Welcome back to CLG Machines. Today we're diving deep into a highly controversial topic that may be shocking to many of our viewers. In different cultures, the way animals are treated and used can vary dramatically. While many people across the globe view dogs as beloved pets and companions, in some parts of China, dogs are raised and processed for their meat, a practice that has been a source of heated debate both within the country and internationally. Stay tuned as we explore the truth behind these facilities, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support our channel. Your support helps us continue to bring these insights to you, so hit that notification bell to stay updated. 1. Introduction to dog farming in China. Dog farming is one of the more controversial aspects of the food industry in China. Despite the fact that the majority of people in China do not consume dog meat, there are certain areas where this industry still thrives. The practice is prevalent in regions like Guangdong, Gyeonggi, and Hunan, where an estimated 10 million dogs are slaughtered each year. For many of us, this might seem unimaginable, but the reality is that dog farming is an ingrained cultural practice in some rural areas of China. The real question we must ask ourselves is, how can the welfare of these animals be improved, if not entirely changed? Two, the conditions in dog farming facilities. Dogs raised for consumption are often kept in deplorable conditions. Many are placed in cramped cages made of metal, with no proper lighting and little to no access to clean water or exercise. These cages are far from suitable environments, and they lack the basic biosecurity measures that should be standard in the food industry. These poor conditions often lead to a high risk of disease, and the lack of hygiene raises serious questions about the safety and ethics behind the practice. Adding to the controversy, the origins of these dogs are often unclear. Many are strays or even stolen pets, further complicating the moral aspects of this trade. This lack of regulation leaves a gap in ensuring that these animals are treated humanely, which in turn fuels outrage among animal rights advocates across the world. 3. Feeding and care practices. 3. Feeding and care practices. The way these dogs are fed also paints a grim picture. Their diet usually consists of food scraps, often collected from human leftovers, and without any hygienic checks. Feeding utensils are rarely cleaned, allowing bacteria to thrive and further compromising the health of the dogs. It's all about keeping the animals from starving rather than ensuring proper nutrition, which means these dogs are constantly at risk of digestive illnesses, infections, and overall poor health. In some cases, preservatives and artificial colors are added to the food to make it more appealing, stimulating the dog's appetite. This practice allows the dogs to gain weight faster, which translates into a higher selling price, a tactic reminiscent of broader food industry machines that focus solely on profit margins rather than animal welfare. 4. Sales and slaughter process. After being raised for around 6 to 12 months, the dogs are typically ready for sale. Prices can range from $122 to $250 depending on their weight and breed. At the sales point, the dogs are often mixed together in cramped metal cages while traders assess their value. The mixing of different breeds in such unsanitary and stressful conditions significantly increases the risk of disease transmission. Once priced, the dogs are shipped off to slaughterhouses or to dog meat markets, like the infamous Yulin Dog Meat Festival. The Yulin Dog Meat Festival, located in Gyeonggi Province, is infamous worldwide for its large-scale consumption of dog meat. Every year, this festival sees the consumption of around 10,000 to 20,000 dogs, especially during the summer months from June to July. The festival represents a deeply rooted cultural tradition that has attracted intense criticism both domestically and internationally. 5. Growing opposition and animal welfare efforts. The consumption of dog meat, particularly at events like the Yulin Festival, has prompted widespread protests, both in China and around the world. Animal rights advocates argue that this practice is inhumane, and they are actively working to end it. But how effective are these efforts in changing deeply rooted cultural practices? There are, however, glimmers of hope. Numerous non-profit organizations and individuals have devoted themselves to rescuing dogs from these facilities. They have established sanctuaries where rescued dogs can live in safe, loving environments. These sanctuaries not only protect dogs from being slaughtered, but also aim to raise community awareness and shift attitudes about animal welfare. Campaigns encouraging people to view dogs as companions rather than food have gradually gained traction in China, especially among the younger generation. Six. Ethical contrasts. The lion-headed goose farming in Jiangsu. On the other side of the spectrum, China is also home to examples of more humane farming practices. One such example is the free-range farming of lion-headed geese in Jiangsu province. Unlike the dog farming industry, goose farming here is conducted with the animal's welfare in mind. The lion-headed goose is known for its large size and delicious meat, and farmers in Jiangsu have opted for a more ethical approach. The geese are raised in spacious areas with lush gardens where they can roam freely and forage for food naturally. The ponds are built within the rearing area, providing a more natural habitat where the geese can swim, play, and bathe. This humane approach not only improves their health but also enhances the quality of their meat. Such practices are increasingly being adopted as more consumers demand ethically raised livestock. The market for lion-headed geese is growing, particularly for roasted goose, which is a popular dish at parties and festivals. Restaurants across China, including upscale venues, have embraced this dish for its tender, flavorful meat. What's more, the free-range farming methods reflect a broader movement within China's agricultural sector toward more humane treatment of livestock.